Hello?
Hello.
Hey, well, sorry about that. I didn't have my phone, so I.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So, did you write any classes I mentioned yesterday about inheritance or something?
Actually, no. No, I didn't have time yesterday, but I have a lot of time today, so I'll do all of them today.
Yeah. Okay. It's fine.
Because I had the resume samples, I had to pick one resume. They're going to start marketing, so I was working on it all day.
Okay. Okay. Today we'll discuss about method overriding, method overloading. Sorry. So generally, method overloading means. కింద ఇచ్చాను. One second. One second, bro.
Yep.
ఫ్రిడ్జ్ లో తీసుకొస్తావా? Hello.
Never.
Are they right?
Yep.
So generally, method overloading means you use the same method. You know the Java method, right? You understood
Mm-hmm.
about what is method in Java. So method overloading means we use the same name of method by changing the type or number of parameters which you are feeding inside to method.
Okay.
So currently we have a class called A. Okay, let's have a third. So we have one method name add. Okay. Similarly, we will be having another method. We have both the methods shared carries the same parameters. Sorry, different type of parameters. Here integer, here it is carrying integer and it is carrying long. And again, you can write a method. Now we have three methods named add, but every method is having different type of inputs, and you can even write a method like this. Here, I have the same method, but I change the input parameters of these methods. So this is called method overloading. You are overloading the method with a different number of parameters. So you can test this one this way. I'm creating an instance of A. We'll say A dot add this A in comma. This is one type of way you can use, and A dot it also. So generally, what happens? What is the advantage of this method overloading is like we can reuse the same name for the different type of inputs. So see, if I send three parameters, then this particular thing will be invoked. Make it double once. So I try to call this 0.6 or something like this. Then see run this. When you send it two parameters, automatically this method is getting invoked by using by class A. And when you are sending three parameter with a integer and double, then here you have double value. So this method is getting invoked. And when you send three parameters, these three parameters getting invoked. So you can use the same name of a method based on the number of parameters given by the user. This is this is how method overloading works.
Okay.
Any anything you want to ask or any doubts? Nothing.
Yeah, can we use the same so many, like, the public static void main we used uppercase A and smaller case A. We assign the new value of A to smaller case A, right?
Yeah.
Case A in the whole program too. Is that okay?
Generally, it is not this sort of things are not recommended, but you can do it. A variable can this variable can be anything. I can say it is be hello also. It should be changed. This variable name can be anything. Generally, we
Okay.
follow a standard like when there's a standard in Java called camel casing. Camel casing in sense
Yeah.
the first value of the thing will be starting with small letter and the other value. Suppose this method is having two names like combined names, add integer. So that when you are naming a method, the starting letter will be a small and then the next word will be starting with the capital. This is the basic Java camel casing would follow.
Okay.
So generally we will be following the camel cache only, but since we are just doing the trials, you can use this no problem. Cover everything I think. That's, Yeah, and one more thing I want to say is like here in method overloading, you can change the return type also. Like here, see, we are adding two long variables, and we are casting it to integer to return properly. So instead of casting, you can return long only.
Okay.
This is working like this. And one more thing in the method overloading is you are not supposed to provide the same arguments and the different return type. For example, here I wrote int a and b, and if I try to overload this method like this, it will not allow you.
Yeah.
Why this? Because it will create an ambiguity in Java. Suppose if while you are declaring here, while you are calling the method here, this should return one value. But here in this case, Java will be seeing it as a uh, two same methods. Until and unless you don't change parameters, Java will be seeing it as the same method. So
Okay.
that's why Java cannot understand. Java will have an ambiguity like which is the return type of the method. So that is not possible. You cannot overload a method with the same parameters and different return type. But different parameters and different return type can be done, and also the same parameter. Sorry, that different parameters and different return type can be done, and also different parameters in the same return type also can be done.
Okay.
There should be change in parameters
Okay.
to change the return type. Simply, you cannot change the return type without changing any parameters in method over. It's method overloading actually. Okay, I wrote a pan or wrong package name. Okay. I think I covered all the cases with these methods in all the methods in this particular class.
Yeah.
A different, same return type, different inputs, same thing. Yeah, like that. And the ambiguity condition I already explained you. You cannot change the return type without changing the parameters. This is called method overloading in Java. And let's see what we have. Okay. And here it is a type promotion. Type promotion sense like here what I have done. I have given a long variable, and I try to well when I give long variable in there, and I give integer value in the parameters. I don't give long. I give integer. So the memory space of long is greater than integer. So integer is getting promoted to long automatically. So that is what method overloading with the type promotion. And if matching phone, suppose we have here we have two long and we have two integer. Suppose we give the data with integer, two integers, automatically this particular thing will get invoked instead of this one. That comes under the category. I have this problem. This type promotion if matching is found. Suppose if integer value is present, then obviously the integer argument will be get invoked.
Okay.
This is the one. This is another way of getting ambiguity. Here return type is void for both, and you try to call the sum. And here is integer. Here it is integer and long, and here also it is long and integer. So when you give this 20 and 20, 20 and 20 is an integer, and here this 20 can be taken into int, and this 20 can be kept into long. And similarly, this 20 can be kept in long, and this 20 can be kept in integer. So then now Java will be in confused like which particular method should be invoked in this case. So this is also
Yeah.
an ambiguity condition. So this is a method overriding in Java. That's all much method overriding, method overloading. Sorry, and we'll discuss about method overriding. Method overriding is like Pawan, this one you should definitely practice. Method overloading and overriding.
Okay,
Really
I will.
important. Really important because when you are seeing into enterprise applications, most of the enterprise applications will be having the code reusable statistics in this way. Like they create one method with multiple parameters and they'll make user to use it. So when you are implementing a Java application or any Hadoop application also, in Hadoop when you are writing MapReduce also will be provided. The Hadoop libraries will provide different types of methods and classes which you need to use it. So for that
Okay.
purpose, you need to know this concept, like which method supports which type of arguments and which class supports how many methods. That can be seen using IDE, but you should know it.
Yeah.
So let's create a class.
Do you do proxies too? I don't know if I can ask you this or not.
Yeah, what?
Have you ever done proxies?
No,
No?
no. Even I'm not a regular trainer like Suresh.
Hmm. I mean,
I just
if you
looking
if
for it.
you if you have knowledge on Java, yeah, you can do proxies, bro. It's a like good like side job, you know.
But
Like if
generally I don't like that. Means I'm not good into the teaching and getting proxy and all. So even now this is also like Suresh only made you to meet me.
yeah, but you teach really good. I mean, I don't know why you say that you're not good at it. You teach really good. Trust me, yes, you do teach really good.
So I'm not much into that. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Let's get back to our work. And one more thing is like I'm handling three different projects in my office, so I don't get much time. Every day I'll plan for your class. Mostly, maximum I'll try to plan it correct time, and I'll try to reach
Oh
home by
my
a
God.
time.
Thank you.
Just working on three different projects, and two are on artificial intelligence, and one is on analytics only. Not analytics. Actually, I'm not directly working on analytics. My team is working on it, and I'm just integrating the parts into a single web application. That's it. That's a complex scenario.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I'm not when I have so much work, I'll plan to leave office by 6:30 so that I can reach here by 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So generally, method overloading and method overriding the a bit no, it's a typical confusing state will be there in Java. So method overloading means once again I'm telling method overloading means you are going to change the arguments of the method, and written type also can be changed depends on the requirement of user. That too, if you are changing written type, arguments must be changed when you are overloading a method.
Okay.
Those are rules. And method overriding is like you write the same method with a different implementation. How to say? Let me tell you. Like here, I am writing a method called. Let's take a realistic example. Public double circuit. Actually, I don't like saying that class A, class B. Stupid things. It's not good also, like a childish thing. So let's have a class called bank. Okay. So I have a class bank. So in bank I have a method. Public calculate they give some parameter in of months, comma, that's percentage. Let it be like this. So your return type will be something like you'll do some calculation here, right? I forgot the formula for calculating interest.
Mm.
We'll do some calculations here. Number of months into to percentage of interest divided by some value. And it happens in this way in banks. I don't exactly remember what is a.
Yeah. So this
We'll become a
divided by
double.
here, does it only divide the in person or does it divide the whole thing?
We'll divide only the in%. That's a good
Okay.
question. Now we have a generic interest calculator for bank. So now what happens for every bank there is a different level of interest given to the user. Like Kotak Mahindra will be giving 6% and Axis Bank will be giving 2%. Sorry, 4%. So every individual bank will have the different way of calculating their interest. Suppose I will create a class like Axis. So let's Axis Bank extends the bank. So now Axis Bank is having a different format of calculating interest uh, apart from the Central Bank. So then you can override the particular method, interest method of the bank.
So why do we put written here? I don't remember we putting I mean we're writing written in the previous course, but why there is a written command here?
Yeah, return command. So generally in our method we'll have three parts. First part is access modifier. It is a public method or private method. And second part is return type. Return type of double or int. And third part is the name of the method and the arguments.
Okay.
Okay, arguments. So here whatever return type is there, besides the return statement, we have to return that particular type of the data here.
If we put if you okay, we have to return this one, right? The double D is equal to number of months.
Yeah, now we are returning, it's a return type is double, so I am returning a double value. Suppose this return type is integer, and your integer, there should be a return, integer should be returned here. So suppose return type is string, you have to make it string. And you cannot move this value into string because it will always generate a numeric value.
Yeah.
So that's why our interest calculation will always be in the decimal format. That's why I gave double here. So that's how it goes. So now your interest percentage can be varied in this
Okay. What
particular
if we have more than one calculation here?
here.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah. What if we have more than one calculation here?
you can have any number of calculations. You can write whatever you want in this method.
What are we gonna return then?
We are going to return. Actually, there should be only single return statement for a single method. Okay. Suppose you want to return multiple values. One thing you can do is you can create a class. So in web application terms, we will be calling it as a bean. So I'll create a test class. Test class, you write a method. You write whatever the attributes you're going to return. So int attribute one, comma, double, attribute two, comma. We're trying to return two attribute set. So then what you do in Axis Bank, your Axis Bank return type will be class. You will create a new test class here. we'll be setting class 1 dot attribute 1. Sorry, attribute 2 is right. 2 is double. 2 is equal to this. You do some calculation here. Class 1 dot attribute 1 is equal to 10 plus 10, something like this. And then you return class 1. So thing is like here you are overriding the method. When you are overriding this bank method, you are overriding the calculated interest rate. Since you are overriding will not, when you are overriding a method, it will not allow you to change any return parameters and also the input parameters. So
Okay.
then you can change this method as calculator. Actually, this topic went somewhere else since you asked that doubt. Actually, I'm trying to discuss about the method overriding, but topic went this side. So suppose you want, no, it's okay. That's better to like. It's better to know when you ask something only you will be able to remember something which I told. Simply if I go on
Yeah.
telling. So now you have test class. Now you are able to return multiple attributes. Suppose you have some other thing you want to return third object, sorry third attribute, some third calculation. We'll do something like string or three. Again, we'll try to set that. Right? Like if you want to send multiple things in the return type, you can use a bean classes. We generally call them as a bean classes. Classes which are used for
Okay.
returning values and carrying the values. So now we go back to our overriding. So whatever the what are the when you are overriding a method, the return type and all the input should be same, and all the implementation inside the method can be different. Like for some banks, the interest will be different, and ING Visa Bank will have different interest, and their calculation might be different. So this is useful this way. Suppose your child class is having different implementation of a method which is implemented by parent class, then we go for method overriding. I think here we got a graph or something like that. See here, the same example is here. Bank, we have interest, get rate of interest, and SBI is having one, get rate of interest. ICICI is having one, Axis is having one. So each and every bank will have a different rate of interest. So here what did they do? They created a bank and the bank interest is zero, and SBI extended bank and it was returning 8, and ICICI is returning 7, Axis is returning 9. So when you are trying to execute the same method using different names, so different classes, it is giving the implementation of the method in that particular class. So ICICI is giving 7, Axis is giving 9. You got it right.
Yep.
And other thing is like static method. We had some questions out there. Can you override static method? Static method cannot be overridden because static. What whenever you declare a static, you declare something static. That particular variable or method will be a class specific, and it will be saved in the different memory location in Java. There will be two types of memory in Java: stack memory and heap memory. So whatever the methods or classes you are writing in anything you are declaring in normal class or methods or variables you are declaring, everything will go into stack memory, and but the static variables will go to heap memory. So that's why you cannot copy the multiple copies of the same method implementation from the heap memory. That is the reason you are not able to override the static method. And similarly, you cannot override the main method also because the main method is a static method.
Okay.
So this is the one actually I thought of discussing for today. I think we have to work more on the this particular method overloading thing.
Okay. For sure.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, good night.